From the weird kid in class to IFBB PRO bodybuilder, from smuggling drugs to one of the greatest doctors in the world, from Coach Greg to a rapper that goes by 5'6".
You basically sit on the sideways of the men rather than being on top, which you never do.
We all know Coach Greg, the level of screaming videos, the screaming "Are you stupid?", the screaming "Daddy or not" videos. Pretty much we all watch him staring at a camera, screaming about another man or woman with supplements in the back and his cookbook in his hand. He is one of the most beloved fitness YouTubers.
How is he a creep? Creepy is someone like you posting videos like this to make fun of the guy.
Coach Greg.
Ever wonder what happens when you drink too much freaking energy drinks?
Whoa!
Where the heck am I? Where did I wake up?
No, but we've been told it doesn't make you feel. No, that's stupid. It's not April Fool's. It's stupid. She is an idiot. She can't be stupider than this.
At least that's how it seems on the surface. But behind it all lies dormant a criminal past, a 10-year relationship that ended abruptly, and resentment from people who used to know him.
Fortunately, after conducting some research about the company, I came across some disturbing information about Greg as it pertains to steroid smuggling, his conviction and probation in 2012, as well as he's banned from cycling for 8 years. Oh, shame on that coach.
Greg Doucette is a fitness YouTuber and coach who gets views and attention from making videos on fitness influencers and has amassed over 2 million subscribers and has become the most well-known Natty or Not YouTuber. But he doesn't only do these type of videos. On the side, he likes to vlog and tell stories and give people advice to improve the quality of their workouts and diet. But if we dive way back before Greg Doucette was Greg Doucette we know now, we can find that Greg wasn't like the other kids. He'd always follow what his heart desired and tried his best at everything, even at the things he hated. At the age of just 7 years old, Greg had already developed a passion for lifting. After watching the Olympics on his old family television, he'd go and try to mimic the same moves, lifting and throwing around heavy objects that were much too heavy for the regular 7-year-old child. Little Greg was like a candle ready to be lit, and his dad was the spark that ignited the flame, which would soon turn into a wildfire and create the Greg Doucette the community despised and looked up to. Over the course of his elementary days, he'd keep on training, but his father had soon stopped lifting due to an injury. This did not affect Greg's passion for lifting. He was a young boy who was taught how to fish by his father, and after his father could no longer fish, he continued to, alone. Greg during his youth would discover bodybuilding. This gave him even more motivation to train harder the last time. He also had a passion for cheerleading and of course, cooking.
In a bowl and do this. So there's the proper way to do it and the wrong way to do it.
And we'll see who.
And we'll see if it even makes a
better.
difference.
Yeah, see if it makes a difference. Oh, you just shot me right in the neck with your wet ingredients.
I thought that was last night.
Babe, is it in my hair?
During his bodybuilding journey, he had decided to go to the next level. Since his physique he built completely natural was already amazing, he would realize that he had the genetics to compete with the top bodybuilders, meaning he would start taking PEDs to enhance his physique beyond the human limitations.
Coach Greg, and I'm gonna show you the difference between my natural physique and my not natural physique.
Greg isn't just a dumb meathead. He has a bachelor's and master's degree in kinesiology, which is the study of the anatomy and movements of the human body. Greg Doucette had always loved learning and teaching, so he became a teacher as well as competing in powerlifting. During this period, he had started a YouTube channel and was mostly posting his lifts and workouts. Greg Doucette was a monster during this period of his life. His physique and strength proved that. Your uncle might have benched 405 in his prime, but Greg did it for 15 reps. He held the record for most weight deadlifted in 1 minute, deadlifting over 400 pounds for 50 reps, which totaled 20,128 pounds, or 9,130 kg.
Halifax bodybuilder Greg Doucette was trying to break the Guinness World Record for the most amount of weight deadlifted in a minute. By all accounts, it sounds like Doucette accomplished that goal.
And his official competition raw list was insane as well. 573 pounds on the squat, 529 on the bench, 678 on the deadlift, total lift 1,742 pounds. It seemed like Greg was unstoppable, like things couldn't get any better. And he was right, things couldn't get any better. it could only get worse. His body had reached its limits, and he had made a pact with the devil, and now it was coming back for his payment. The years of abuse had finally caught up to him in more ways than one. This would be where Greg's reputation would plummet from bodybuilder, powerlifter, and teacher to money-hungry drug smuggler.
Yo, is it the same YouTuber? Greg Doucette.
The horrible steroid dealer.
If you didn't look much into him, he's a popular YouTuber, bro. He's got like 500k subs. He's good for a fitness channel, professional bodybuilder, and now as we know it, man's a criminal. Man's an ex-con. Now I'm playing, but yo.
Greg had imported steroids from around the world into Canada. Greg started working with Jason Egelstein to smuggle, cook, and sell these steroids in an underground lab, in which the authorities would catch on, and the leading investigator Albert Prince would start an investigation called Project Juice and gather enough evidence and information to raid Greg's home. And when they did, they found $250,000 worth of steroids and $23,000 in cash. The officials also got information of the underground lab that was being run by Jason Egelstein, but it is unsure if Greg gave any information to investigators. But both Greg and Jason pleaded guilty and were charged. Greg received a 20-month conditional sentence and a $52,000 fine, and Jason received a 2-year conditional sentence. This would affect Greg's reputation and leave a stain on his record, but maybe this was the push he needed to solely focus on his content creation and making his brand.
What can I say about it? I did it. This right. So every day I read comments. Every single day comments. Are you gonna listen to that guy? He just screams a lot. He sold steroids, smuggler, he's a criminal. I can't listen to that guy because he did a bad thing. Every single day, hundreds, not a one or two, there's hundreds of it.
Abusing steroids started taking a toll on Greg's health, and he was getting older, so he couldn't get away with the things he used to be able to. So he spoke with a doctor and went on testosterone replacement therapy. Greg Doucette noticed after hopping off steroids, he still kept a decent amount of muscle. Though he had dropped below 200 pounds, he still looked huge for his weight and height, and he had developed a love for bike racing. So he signed up for a race against some sea riders. And when he got there, they made him do a random drug test, in which he failed due to him being on TRT. He was forever shunned by the bike race community whenever he went to a meetup, but this never stopped or discouraged him from doing what he loved.
Lose lives because of it. But Coach Greg is so horrible because he was on HRT in a bike race. Prescribed by a doctor. So bad. What a horrible human. Because it gave him such an unfair advantage over those C-class riders. Not B or A, the C riders.
Greg decided to put his focus into YouTube, and he quickly found success after switching to Natty or Nots and videos arguing with other YouTubers. He had YouTube friends who grew with him and even got a girlfriend. As Coach grew, his voice got higher and higher. It is unsure why Greg chose this method. Maybe he found that it got more attention. Greg would soon leave his YouTube friends in the dust, reaching 2 million subscribers over the years, while most of his former friends never even came close to 1 million. Maybe this caused jealousy to arise, or maybe it was strategic drama from both sides. But the fitness side of YouTube had turned into YouTuber drama, and a lot of fans noticed and called them out for it. It's stupid seeing this type of thing in the fitness community, especially when overall fitness is about improving and breaking new records. Even if you can't break a record set by Hathor, you can still beat your previous record, and every day you should at least be a little better than the last. I like Coach Greg. I think he makes excellent content, but he gets unnecessary hate for calling people's bullshit out.
Could you not have said, hey, this sweet old man came and was looking at me in the gym? You see how the narrative has changed based on what you say? This sweet old man. What is wrong with this man? What makes him creepy? The fact he's at the gym? The fact that he's training? How is he a creep? Creepy is someone like you posting videos like this to make fun of the guy.
I think he's doing good for the community. It's good to see Greg still doing well, even after a breakup.
I spend my time with someone who I don't feel is doing that for me. And as far as Allie goes, we're together for 10 years. We're not together anymore, and I'm not going to say anything bad about her.
Greg Doucette has really come a long way. He even got himself a big house with some fancy cars. He deserves all of it. He spreads a good message compared to most people on YouTube. Even with the wrongs he's done, I mean, there are other YouTubers who are slowly killing themselves with food and steroids, and YouTubers like me making videos on them. This is how YouTube is. But more importantly, what do you think of Coach Greg and YouTuber drama?